In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, few characters are as complex or as tragic as Suguru Geto, once a bright-eyed student of Jujutsu High. He was Gojo's closest friend and a warrior for humanity. But something changed. The Idealist became the antagonist. And in the end, even his body wasn't his own. This is the story of Suguru Geto, his rise, his fall, and the twisted legacy he left behind. Let's start at the beginning. Suguru Geto was once considered one of the most talented sorcerers of his generation. Alongside Satoru Gojo, he was trained under Principal Yaga, and together they were an unstoppable team. But Geto wasn't just strong, he was principled. He believed sorcerers existed to protect non-sorcerers from curses. That was the very foundation of his morals. Then came the Star Plasma Vessel mission, the moment that cracked everything. When Riko Amanai was murdered and Gojo's power evolved, Geto saw a world that let innocent people die, and he started to question it. Why should they keep saving people who let tragedies like this happen? Even after Amanai's death, Geto stayed the course, until the infamous village incident, when 2 girls were locked up and abused simply for being potential curse users. Geto snapped. He slaughtered over 100 villagers that day. In his mind, he had seen the truth, that non-sorcerers were the root of the curse epidemic, that saving them only preserved the cycle of suffering. And so he made his choice. Geto abandoned Jujutsu High, murdered innocent people, and became a curse user. Not for power, not for greed, but for ideology. He believed in a new world, one where only sorcerers survived. A pure world. Geto wasn't your typical villain. He wasn't chaotic or even cruel. He was chillingly calm, rational. He thought he was doing the right thing. In Jujutsu Kaisen 0, we see Geto at his most dangerous. He builds an army of curses, recruits misfits like Miguel and Nanako, and targets Yuta Okatsu, a boy he believes holds the key to revolution. But Geto underestimates the bonds between people. His ideology is hollow compared to the real connections Yuta makes with others. In the end, Geto is mortally wounded by Yuta and confronted by his former friend, Gojo. What Gojo said to Geto in that final moment remains one of Jujutsu Kaisen's most haunting mysteries. But what we do know is this. Gojo didn't hate him. He mourned him. You'd think that would be the end of Geto's story, but it wasn't. Because something even more twisted happened next. A cursed spirit named Kenjaku, an ancient sorcerer capable of body hopping, took possession of Geto's corpse. Using his appearance and residual power, Kenjaku infiltrated the Jujutsu world, manipulating others and planning the culling game. What makes this more tragic is that Geto's body is still recognizable. Friends like Shoko and Gojo have to face their fallen comrade, wielded like a puppet. Even in death, Geto is being used. And that might be the ultimate tragedy of his arc. Suguru Geto started as a hero. He became a villain and ended as a vessel. His downfall wasn't born out of hatred, but despair, a belief that the world was broken beyond saving. But his story is also a reflection of Jujutsu Kaisen's core theme, that power without understanding leads to isolation, that even the strongest can fall. In the end, Geto didn't need more power. He needed hope, and when he lost that, he lost himself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of one of Jujutsu Kaisen's most tragic figures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Geto was truly evil or just lost?